For the next couple seasons, I want to get to one of the top riders in the world and try to get to the 2014 Olympics.
My life goal has been to go to the Olympics. It's what I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid.
Join us as we follow some of Canada's top alpine snowboarders as they travel the globe in search of new destinations, adventure, and gold.
Being able to do this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, even if, you know, we don't reach our goals. Like, I've lived an incredible life getting to see all these places around the world.
Traveling with the Calgary Snowboard Club, it's a good environment. Everybody gets along pretty well, and it's a small, tight-knit family.
The thing I like most about racing is probably the speed, being on edge and the adrenaline rush.
Go for it and see who's best. It was the best feeling ever.
See how it goes. That's good.
One of the things about Calgary Snowboard Club is that you don't just show up at our senior team or into our Canadian Snowboard Institute program. You need to start at a point where you learn the basic skills, you learn to enjoy snowboarding, you learn to enjoy racing, and that's what the junior team is about. And there's definitely a stepping stone. You have to get involved and learn the good basic skills in the junior team, and then move into the senior team, and then into the Institute or National Training Center. That's the pathway, and really encourage people to get going early in Alpine so that they have that volume of training when they get to that age where they can perform. You know, the programs that we have, you can start as early as 10 years old if they're have 3-4 years of experience, but more likely at 12 years old based on their experience and maturity, we take the riders on our program. One of the things that's needed is big volume in training and a long season, and being in Calgary, our season can start in October on snow, and we can go all the way into late May on snow. So we have this time where we don't have to travel. We can just stay locally and get some training in. And we have some of the world-leading facilities in Calgary, legacy of the '88 Olympics, and even from the 2010 Olympics, we had a little boost again to help support us. We got a great sports center. We got we have COP in town with WinSport, who has a great philosophy around snowboarding and sport. And I think all the pieces of the puzzle are really together in Calgary, and that's one of the great things about the program is it's not just what we do on snow, but it's all the surrounding things that help facilitate and support these riders' goals. Calgary Snowboard Club has a good history in Lorelei. It's nice to come back every year and see those organizers. They've been the same guys for a few years. They've become some friends. And we have a good result history there too. We often sweep the podium, or we win, or we have most of our, we take most of the podium places.
Last year at Lorelei in the GS, I placed 4th, and then in the slalom I won it.
Good place for our guys. It builds their confidence and gets them to enjoy racing. You know, trying to get onto the World Cup and create success, you got to grind it out for a while. That's pretty normal. It takes, like, the good guys, it takes 35 World Cups to win their first World Cup. It takes most guys hundreds. Like, it's a long, grinding path to get there. It's nice to come back to the NORAM and have some success and be able to work on your strategies in a bit lower of a sort of race environment.
Yeah, into the flush, 2 gates before the flush, pull it out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the strategy.
Yeah. I want better results than last year. I want to win. Sure. I'm gonna win.
When I set the slalom, there's a couple things that I was looking for. One, it's a long slope. The way that race is always a long slalom, about 35 gates. So traditionally, in a dual, we would run a shorter course just because we have to do 10 runs, and we want to make sure the final runs are still good energy and good to watch.
I just set the course, and I just come around to inspect and make sure that what I wanted to set actually turned out that way. So just making sure it flows in a natural way and it's the right course for the riders.
I just did my inspection there, checked out the course, slid through it. It's pretty long, looks like a bit of a war zone in there, a lot of rhythm changes. For me, I just think there's a lot of rhythm changes. I just know I have to keep my head up. I can't really, and when I'm in there, I don't really remember 3 gates a change, 3 gates a change, then 5 gates. I just know there's a lot of rhythm changes, and look ahead, I'll be fine.
It doesn't just look like the same rhythm like a mini GS all the way down, and that was important when I set that, and I knew I could get away with that on the hill instead of really interesting, creative set that flowed well, but really challenged the riders to do well.
I think people with some really good consistency are going to be the ones on top. So it's not necessarily that they're going to go the fastest, in the qualifier, let's say, but whoever can really piece together 10 mistake-free or relatively mistake-free runs should be the one grabbing the gold.
The team is all very competitive with each other, for sure, and it's very important because it pushes each other. If one guy's doing well one day, everyone's like, well, I can do better than that, and then it raises the bar. And that's a really neat thing about this program right now, is that the bar keeps getting raised because someone keeps coming along and pushing it a little bit further. When you're doing duels, you have to do 10 runs to win. So the strategy to have high percentage runs all the way through is important. And on the race day, part of the spirit is you gotta go for it. You gotta let it all hang out.
I didn't have that great of a qualifying run in the morning and ended up qualifying 10th and had to go against Darren, who qualified 7th. Going head to head with a teammate, and he's a good rider, you have to bring your all. I ended up crashing about halfway down, pretty disappointed in that run, but things happen. I was giving her.
Feeling pretty solid and riding well, keeping everything smooth, and then I went down on my stomach 1 or 2 gates from the finish and just couldn't get back up and went right through it and just crushed my spirit.
How does it feel to do a full run and then fall right near the end? It's frustrating, absolutely. And as a coach, it's nice to have results, but it's better to see someone moving along on their goals and their plan that they set out for themselves, technically and process-wise. Marianne is a woman that has worked so hard over the last few years to get where she is. She comes by everything honestly. She's had to deal with some very tough injuries. She's had to work very hard to get the strength she has. She doesn't come by it easily. And we just went through a 3-month rebuild in her riding, and it's working, and it was really nice to see. I'm proud of her doing that. Darren's fast. As long as Darren stood on his board all day, he'd do fine. I knew that. The one thing for Darren in that is his last run. That's where it was at. And I hope the message for him is ride like the last run, and you're going to always do well.
First ever NORAM. Well, we're just trying to figure that out. He seems to think I had one in 2004.
2004, Mount St. Louis Moonstone, NORAM, parallel slalom, first place. It was a 50-point race, so nobody was there. It wasn't.
Woo!
So your first true NORAM win. Yeah! You're definitely your biggest win for points and results. Good job. That's so sweet.
You gonna give Darren a hug too?
Come on. How was some love there, Darren?
Yeah, it was good to see teammates on the podium there. Marianne got first, Ariane got second, Darren went on, beat me, and went on to get third on the podium.
Canada, Darren Gardner!
So it's good to see you're training with some of the top guys, and you can put up a fair fight with them.
Unfortunately for me, I didn't race as good as I wanted to, but there's always next time, I guess. I just want to know that my goal is to have a day where I feel like I rode my best and had a good, clean day and consistent all the way through. And I'm sure if I do that, the result will be pretty good for me.